Welcome to momentUM, a campus talk show created by students for students covering campus events and pop culture news. On this episode, we will talk about favorite Christmas movies, Christmas traditions, and a favorite Christmas movie is getting a sequel after 69 years. I'm your host, Savannah Kidd, and on our panel today, we have Chloe Allen, Carly Lang, Sloan Gibby, and we have our faculty advisor, Bruce Finkley, here joining us.
Yay. I'm so excited. I love Christmas.
Do you guys have any special traditions that you do every year, or?
Well, for us, when we were growing up, my brother and I, we were, the ones that would snoop for the presents, all this type of stuff. We were always in the way. And so we always had the tradition that our dad would take us out to the movies sometime before Christmas so that mom could stay home and get everything wrapped. And it's the only time that my dad would ever go to the movies was for our Christmas movie that we would go to together. But other traditions that we have are, my brother and I would always wake up really, really early to see what Santa brought because Santa did not wrap our stuff.
No, he didn't either.
And so, because I've heard that Santa wraps some people's presents, and I'm like, wow, your Santa did not. Santa does not want you to see your stuff. You don't have the right Santa going on there.
Yeah,
Santa, should leave them all unwrapped so that you can see. And so we would get up, and it would be so incredibly early. And we would start watching A Christmas Story. And I remember there was one year my dad came in, and he was like, it is 4 a.m., go to bed. And I was like, oh, man. And then the other tradition that we have is our church has a candlelight Christmas Eve service every year. And so we always go to that. And so it's always nice to kind of come back and remember the true reason for the season. But that's just a great family tradition that we have.
See, my parents were really good at getting creative when we were little. So I remember one year they got a boot and stuck it in the ashes on the fireplace and put it going up the back of the wall of the fireplace. So we woke up, we're like, oh my God, Santa's going up the chimney. They did really cute stuff like that. And my mom would write letters to us from Santa every year until we got older. And we realized the handwriting looked a lot like my mom's.
Oh, the same thing happened to me because Santa would always leave a thank you note for the cookies. And I remember the time I was like, it's the same handwriting.
That handwriting's too girly.
But we never had there was never that moment where mom and dad
set you down.
Yeah, it was just kind of there was this. Yeah, but the thing was, you had to believe to receive. So until I moved out, Santa still brought me some stuff. I mean, it wasn't as much stuff as when I was a kid, but we never had that discussion. It was always, you believe, you receive, and that's what
I still believe in. I'll have to get some stuff from Santa.
Yeah. Why spoil it?
With my family, we always open 3 presents on Christmas Eve because that's what Jesus received. That's the Bible story.
That's a good tradition.
On Christmas Eve. And then when my sister came around, we got the elf on the shelf. And I remember putting the shaving cream on the mirror and rolling the furniture. It was pretty hilarious.
I don't know how to feel about that. It's
what is that?
Nowadays they have, can't you buy this elf on a shelf? And it plays pranks overnight on the kids or something?
For, leading at 24 days and leading up till Christmas.
I know a lot of, we don't have children yet, but a lot of our friends that do, they talk about how stressful it is because they're you have to think of 24 pranks, which is a lot.
Yeah, that's too much.
Well, speaking of Christmas, it comes with movies. There is a whole load of Christmas movies. What are y'all's favorites? I know mine is...
Right there.
Exactly. That was what I was saying. A Christmas Story. Cannot forget A Christmas Story.
You can't turn on TV during Christmas and not see
watch A Christmas Story.
You will shoot your eye out.
Every time I see BB Gun, I still
I am assigning you Christmas homework, Carly.
I've only seen the leg thing and the tongue on the little. And every time I watch it though, I just think it's boring, so I go do other things.
Fragile.
It's a major award.
And we also can't forget the classic children like Frosty the Snowman, A Year Without Santa Claus. Those are
my favorite is The Grinch, the one with Jim Carrey. I
really
love it. Yes.
Oh, that one
I like the original.
He's creepy in it, but I love it.
All the Who people are just, I don't know.
I think they're so cute with their hair and their little noses.
Their little button noses.
Oh, I know.
My favorite is The Best Christmas Pageant Ever. I read that book when I was little, and we read it every year, so I just really like the mood of it.
And what about the classic It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes.
I love, that's just such a touching story. I love it so much.
I know. And y'all know that it is getting a sequel after 69 years. It's incredible. It came out in 1946, and George Bailey's grandson is going to be in it, and it's going to release in 2015.
I'm so interested to see if that's going to be good or if it's going to be a flop.
Sometimes they can ruin it. Like the second time
my
around.
question is, what are they going to talk about? Because it is still a wonderful life, right? I mean,
Exactly.
there's it's like,
How do you continue that story?
without it being the same story.
Oh, I thought they were just remaking it.
No.
They're
The
continuing
little
it.
girl, you see him holding her right there, Zuzu.
Yeah.
The girl that played Zuzu is coming back for the sequel to play her character as the grandmother of the grandson who is now going to have the It's a Wonderful Life experience.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
That's really cool.
How old is she at now? I wonder.
Well, it's been 69 years. She had to have been like 7 or
Yeah, so
five,
she'd
five
be
or
in her
6.
70s.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another movie we cannot ignore is Elf.
The best modern Christmas movie there is.
I feel like that was.
Why the best quotes come from Elf?
Oh,
I really
It's
think.
so good.
when he gets hit by the taxi, and then later he's like, "Watch out, the yellow ones don't stop!" I die every time.
When he goes to put that star on the tree, he like takes off running and jumps on it.
I like when he got
It's
attacked
so
by the raccoon in the wilderness.
Yes.
You need a hug. And it's like,
And Mr. Norwal.
Bye, buddy.
Yeah, it's so funny. I love it. And when they're at dinner and he lets out that huge burp and he's like,
did you hear that?
hear that? It's so funny.
Whoever wrote that, it's genius.
Oh, I love
And
it.
he's hilarious as it is.
I know. I
And
love
I-
all Will Ferrell movies.
I heard that they wanted to make a sequel to that, and he said no. Will
But
Ferrell.
it's almost like you
Really?
can't.
That I
it's
was
just
like,
a
I'm glad.
one. Yeah.
Because I
it could
think-
have ruined
It would just be over
Look at
the
it.
top.
Oh, there he is hopping across the street. I love it.
Every time you
It's-
have an escalator, I
Funny
try to
'cause he's
like.
a man having like the childish thoughts. It's whoever thought of it. It
In
was
those
very clever. It's
uncomfortable
so funny.
It is
yellow
so funny.
tights.
It is so funny.
Zoe
He
Deschanel
goes
was
up
really
to
good in it
Santa.
too. Zoe Deschanel was really
Yeah.
good in it too.
Yes.
And you know that Jim Carrey was originally approached to play Buddy, and he turned it down.
Really?
I could not imagine,
imagine
anybody
either.
other than that.
It's just a different type of humor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell played that role so well.
And he brought the kiddiness,
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
childness
The
out.
child, yeah.
I couldn't think Jim Carrey.
And like when he
that.
eats the cotton ball, that's classic. So moving on from movies, let's talk about some of our favorite Christmas songs. What are some of those that you're probably already listening to 1,000 times already?
Carol of the Bells. I love it by the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, anything. I used to sing it a lot in choir. I was part of a quartet, and that was one of our songs. I was a tenor, and we used to sing that. We would go around and carol, and that was some good memories with that. I love that one.
I like All I Want for Christmas Is You by
Yeah.
Mariah Carey.
See,
And I like Santa Baby. When I was little, this is embarrassing, but I sang it at the mall in a little Santa suit. I was in like 6th grade, like
I bet that was so
my little
cute.
Santa Baby. That was my
Oh, we should have a picture
Christmas
of that.
thing. I know. I didn't even think about it. But we did a
adorable.
little Christmas show at the mall one year.
But Mariah, I'm so tired of the Mariah Carey song. Like, if you listen to the radio, that's all they play. And I just,
Yeah,
honestly,
they
I
do
don't
play
like
that.
Mariah Carey.
I like
but,
Grandma Got Ran Over by Reindeer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've always liked the Little Drummer Boy, too.
Yeah, they play that one a lot too, and I like that one.
I like, I'm not sure what the song is called. I think it's Noel, the Celine Dion.
The first Noel.
Yeah. My
Power
mom
ballad.
sings that at church.
Oh,
Brings me to tears
This is
every
like a
time,
soulful
but I love that song. Yeah, it's really
And
good.
Oh Holy Night, if you want to talk about bringing down the house on Christmas Eve, Oh Holy Night.
Bring it down the house.
Silent Night's another really
Yeah.
I
good
like
one.
Angels We Have Heard on High.
Yeah. And like I have already changed my ringtone to the theme song from Christmas Vacation. You know,
Yes,
it's that time. I love it. It is, and so now anybody that calls, that is the ringtone.
I want to call you.
It's
after
perfect.
this.
And like I purposely like let it keep ringing because I'm like, oh, I hear this song. And so a lot of times it accidentally goes to voicemail. And I'm like, oh, I gotta call you back. And they're like, what happened? I said, I was listening to my ringtone.
Well, what about Christmas decorations?
My mom had it up 2 weeks after.
Already?
Yes, 2 weeks
Oh, wow.
after Halloween. And I was like, Mom, you have got to wait. Like,
She
you
didn't
can't.
even put up some like Thanksgiving leavey things. She
Went
went straight to Christmas.
I mean, she had some on them. She had her little pumpkin, and then she
Yeah.
goes, "Well, time to go." And then like there we had our reindeer out. I came home, and I'm dead serious. I came home, and Mom, I know you're gonna watch this, but it's too early. I love you.
It's too
early. She had her we have 4 Christmas trees. So we have an Alabama Christmas
my
tree.
gosh.
I know. We got my Christmas tree in my room. It's all pink and vintage to match my room. Our blue room for my grandmother's room, and then our huge big
family one.
family one. It was all up, and she was just like, "Haha, I did it."
I think it's crazy that like the department stores had stuff up like right after Halloween. Like,
Yes. And some even before.
yeah,
That's how we
like, you
were
just
at
skipped over
Maurice's.
Halloween. It was like, can you do it here?
It's like they lump them all into one, like
Thanksgiving.
Thanksmas or something.
Thanksgiving
I think
misses its little time. Yeah.
There's no appreciation.
Because seasons don't last long in department stores, and
That's
like
true.
Yeah.
even now we're starting to get short sleeves in for spring. It's insane.
Everybody gets
So,
really prepared.
yeah.
It's like I bought this, but I can't wear it yet.
Do y'all do the whole big blow up, like over the top cheesy things in your yard?
See, I don't like the blow up stuff really.
I don't either. I was just asking, like, you'll drive through the neighborhood and there's that one house that's got like
But it's like
15 things and they're huge and there's like a snow globe.
How many generators do you have for
I
that?
love going and looking at those though. I like driving around the city close to Christmas and
Yeah.
seeing
Going to
all that stuff.
neighborhoods and looking at all the
We
lights.
still do that. That's a really big tradition.
But I like the classy lights. Like,
I do too, the classy ones.
We are tacky. We are Griswolded up.
Really?
We did, we had so many lights last year. And one thing that we saw on Pinterest was you get like the tomato cages, that are kind if you turn them upside down, they look like a Christmas tree.
yeah.
And so we would wrap strands of lights around it. And so we had like all these little multicolored Christmas trees in our yard. And we took lights and like zigzagged in the grass too.
wow.
And then at the point of our garage, I am terrified of heights. So I went up as far as I could reach. So instead of like going up to a point, our lights cut straight across at one point because I was like, I can't go any higher.
They won't notice.
But we go all out.
I love Pinterest. It gives you so many good ideas.
They have the greatest ideas on Pinterest.
So much good Christmas stuff, especially.
Yeah.
Well, with Christmas coming up, we have a lot of behind-the-scenes crew that helps with the momentum, and we caught up with a crew who has a special Christmas message to share with us. Let's take a look.
I want to wish Merry Christmas to my family, my little sister, and all my family up in Minnesota and Wisconsin. I also want to wish Merry Christmas to all my UM family here.
I would like to wish a very Merry Christmas to Tanya Fleming.
I'd like to say Merry Christmas to my family and my 3 dogs.
Hey, I want to wish my mom, my dad, my family back in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and wherever across the Southeast you guys are, Merry Christmas, and Merry Christmas to our professors and to my friends here in Mascon.
Happy whatever doesn't offend you.
I'd like to say Merry Christmas to my 2 beautiful daughters in Florida.
I want to wish a very Merry Christmas to my family and friends and my wonderful co-producer, Savannah Kidd.
I wish a Merry Christmas to all of the Falcons and staff members at the University of Montevallo.
I would like to wish a very special Merry Christmas to my parents and all of my family back in Birmingham and past Mobile. I'm coming home to help you with that Christmas tree, Mom. I know you've been wanting to put it up for like 2 weeks now, so I will be there soon. Love you guys.
So do you guys have any special Christmas plans when you go home?
I'll just be hanging out with my family. It's a really small, it's just 3 of us and the horses and the dogs and the cat. Maybe my aunt will come in from Atlanta, but it's really nice. It's just nice family time that we have. Nothing really big.
Just time to relax after finals and
Yeah.
get in the groove of things and maybe do some shopping.
Finals. There's a lot of grading.
That's true. It's really not as fun because you have to get it
I just
all.
hate
Yeah.
waiting to get our grades in too.
Oh, I know.
That's what stresses
Oh,
me
and now
out.
I'm going to wait and put yours in last. Going to be the Grinch.
Anyhow, before we know it, Christmas will be over and New Year's will be here. And you have a special surprise coming on New Year's,
We
don't you?
do. We, as you guys announced on a couple episodes ago, my wife and I are expecting our first baby. And we were hoping that we'd be able to find out what it is before Christmas. And we were going to have, that was going to be like we were going to do like a gender reveal party that was going to be all Christmas. But we went to the doctor a couple weeks ago, and he said that New Year's Eve is the soonest that we'll be able to tell. So we are really excited. And so of course now we've been talking about what do we think the baby is. And so, you know, when we first found out we were pregnant, we both felt like it was a boy. And then, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I had a dream that we went to the doctor to find out what the baby was, and we had a dream and in the dream found out it was a girl. And then I had another dream that it was a girl. But then I had a dream not all that long ago. You know, they say like if it's a boy, sometimes like a woman will start to like, hair will grow faster, or she'll start growing more hair. In the dream, my wife grew mustaches on her ankles, like right across right here. No, not bizarre at all. And so like I woke up and I was like, I sure hope it's not a girl if I'm having this dream that she's having mustaches on her ankles. So we don't know, we don't know what it is, but we will find out on New Year's Eve, and I'm so excited.
Really excited.
We already have we have a rocking chair in our living room that since we found out we were pregnant, we'd start buying like a couple things, and so it is full of stuffed animals and clothes, which the clothes, some of them are gender neutral, some of them were like, well, this is a cute girl outfit, or that's a cute boy outfit, and we'll figure,
might as well.
Yeah, you never know. We'll return what we don't need, but we are so excited. So we'll do baby update, I guess, in the spring with momentUM, which as we continue into next semester, Sloan is taking over the show, and I'm excited to continue working with you.
I'm really excited to produce. I've never done that before.
Of course, we won't have the opportunity to wear our awesome Christmas attire in the spring.
Don't send Savannah to the thrift store to get
You're welcome. I'm responsible for
She will come back with a sweater that has a recipe for
We
gingerbread
need to
man.
write this down before we leave.
So if you need that, come find me. It's right now.
The secret recipe.
I worked Christmas Village, and I'm pretty sure I saw that same thing. My 70-year-old woman.
She probably gave it to me.
Yeah. Anyhow, today is our last momentUM for the semester, and we want to leave you with one last message from our panel. So have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.